Hello and welcome back to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. And, in fact, we are playing the new update that was released just a few minutes ago. Now, instead of resuming our saved game, we're going to take a look and just start a new 0.23 career mode. And we'll just pick a random flag and take a look at some of the things. We'll take the satellite, except... Should we take rocket science, since we're going for science? Let's start. Alright, this all looks pretty familiar. But we'll just check out our science. So, obviously, we just started off. We have next to nothing. And basic rocketry. We see some little bit changes in our interface. We can see that it shows obviously what we have, liquid fuel oxidizer. So that is actually really good to see. We'll take a look at some of that when we build our ship, which we'll do. And, oops, can't research that just yet. Oh, there's also the science archives. This actually tells you what you've done on what planets where. As you can see, we have no science at all. Now let's just see if we can just get a Kerbal out and into a suborbital flight, even a non-orbital flight. We just need them to survive. There's some other changes here as well. Transmitting back science isn't as is limited, so you can't just run around and keep on capturing science all over the place in the same areas. You got a max of what you can actually transmit back. Goo things can be so if you hold control, hold shift, right click, so if you right click on this, you get to see that information we saw in the science sector that tells you a little bit more about your ship and the stuff it has. Ooh, hello. I'm just gonna add, because we don't have any staging, we might as well do this as best we can and just fire ourselves into space. Do we need anything else? Propulsion, control, structural, aerodynamic, utility, science. Alright, and who's our crew today? I'm expecting Jebediah. Alright, Jeb. Let's do this. Let's save this craft. I just saved it untitled. And we'll call this the 0. That's not the right button. 0. No, it is the right button. 0.23 spacey ship. Save. And let's just get ourselves out to the launch pad. Alright, stable on the pad, not falling over just yet. And we have our 4 stages of fuel. So let's see what we can do here. So from the pad, let's just do a crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. And we can transmit data at 100 science value, which is 1.5 science. That's fine. But remember, we have limited electrical charge. So we can only do this for so much. This will actually generate some electricity for us. There's also stuff on here that I just don't know about. And in fact, there was tweakables in when you're constructing it that you can set things on and off while in the ship hangar, whatever that is, the construction station. Technical term, right? All right. Well, Jebediah, we'll see if you survive today. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh! How about I just turn that off? Because I neglected my staging again. Yay! You survived. Why don't you go on EVA? Can you give me an EVA report from up here? A most precarious situation indeed. Keep that data. And, well, fall off. Thank you. And let's take a surface sample. This substance is what makes a scientist yell at us when we go into the labs without cleaning our boots first. And now you actually see here some of the new things. You can see that if we recover it, we get 9 science. If we transmit, we get 2.3. Not entirely sure what the extended amount of the bar is. I guess if you recover it, you only get a little. If we transmit it, we obviously only get 25% of the science data. We can also reset this experiment from here. We'll just keep this data since we can recover him pretty easily. Let's just get that. And there we go, 16 science, done. We'll also go to our station, ground control, and just get our spacey ship back. Recover. And we have some from a ship that survived the flight done. So let's go back to our research center and take a look at the science that we picked up. Or actually the science archives. So we see everything's been on Kerbin. Surf landed situation report. Landed. Science reports found. There we go. Crew report from Launchpad and surface sample from KFC. Flying low. I guess I was up in the air when I did that EVA report. So from the biomes, it also tells us the biomes that we have, the shores, situations, flying low. Unselect them, launch pad. These are the ones from the launch pad. These are the ones from the Kerbal Space Center. Crew reports, EVA reports, and surface sample. So we get to get... what's this button? Crew report from launch pad. Let's report. So that just tells us a little bit more. Not much more, particularly. Although only some of them. So full value here makes me wonder what would happen if we launched again and did effectively the same thing. So let's do that. So, let's add a stage and move the parachute away from the thrust. Save that and launch. Okay, let's do that EVA. Or a crew report. From the launch pad, assessment of the situation, and we can see here no science can be made from that. So let's reset that. And now, let's just see if we can just set Jebediah out on EVA. So this is from the launch pad, and he can do an EVA report here. Again, flying over Kerbin's shores. So it's reporting this as the shores, not the launch pad. Reset that. And we'll actually just fall off right now. Oh, that doesn't look good. That was wobbling, it looked like it was going to fall on him. Let's see. EVA report from a launch pad. Launch pad. Alright, so that gives us a different biome. This is an EVA report. So we can keep that, and we're getting 2.4 science from that. Alright, and can I get a surface sample? Sure, surface sample from launch pad. So launch pad is a biome. Outside the launch pad in the Kerbal Space Center, that's a biome. And over there by the shores, that's another biome. So those are 3 biomes in the local area around the Kerbal Space Center, all of which gives you some science. Alright. And I won't need to plant a flag. So let's just recover Jebediah. And that gives us 11 science there. And we'll just go back and recover the ship. Recover. Recover. And that, no data from that because it wasn't in space. So I'm surprised. No, that's right. I was flying, in quotes. Those are air quotes. Because I was flying. Get it? Above the Kerbal Space Center. So let's see if we can, how far this one actually gets us if we actually use it without firing off the parachute on the launch pad. Alright, Jebediah's there, and we are at go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is just going to be a full thrust out of the atmosphere as fast as we can get. And if I'd actually continue pointing up, It's not what I wanted to do. A little bit less efficient because of that. We doesn't look like we will make it out of the atmosphere. But we might be able to get something else from this. Maybe at the peak of the orbit. Maybe we will get out of the atmosphere. I don't know. Just throttling down a bit. 2/3. Just to conserve a little bit of fuel until we're out of the thickest part of the atmosphere. There we go. Looks gorgeous. Kerbal Space Center down there. Secondary landing site, which I've never actually made it to. Alright. Tip over a bit more. And let's throttle down and see how far we're going up. We are getting to 73,000 meters. That's pretty good. That's what I want at this point in time. Oops. We'll just keep on going up. We'll in fact increase this until we're around... I'll just increase the speed until we're around 60. Around 60. Alright. And bring up our nav ball. And just tilt over, aiming straight for the horizon. And we'll just throttle up from here. That should extend our orbit. Probably won't get us into orbit because we're almost out of fuel. And hopefully I'll actually leave the atmosphere. There we go. And there. Throttle up a bit. This isn't actually going to do much for us. I don't think we have enough fuel, given that we have 5 liquid fuel left. 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. We're landing somewhere in the middle of the ocean. That's fine. Alright, let's go back to Jebediah. Get him on top. Crew report. Keep. And EVA. EVA report. So he's just above Kerbin's water. So not the shores, this is water now. So we'll just keep that. And board. Riding the missile. Riding the giant. Riding the insert your phrase here. Alright. I'm going to point our ass towards the ground. Our ass being the bottom of the rocket. We don't really need to. Our parachute is going to take care of most of that for us. So we're just going to speed up now and land. Just going to stay... I'll wait till we're lowering the atmosphere before staging. Just going down slowly, calmly. 30,000 meters. 20,000 meters. 30,000 meters, sorry. 20,000 meters. I'll start the parachute here. And hopefully it won't rip apart, and it'll hold together, dropping us nicely on the ground. Ship stability is a problem. We've had that before, but we don't know what's happening with the 0.23 version of the game. 800 meters, 600 meters, 500 meters, 4! And the parachute deploys. Get him down. Get him down. Alright. There we go. Another successful Kerbinian launch. Recover. So there's lots of biomes on Kerbal. Lots of things to do. Crew report, EVA report, recovery of vessels, What else do we have? What else have we already done? So, experiments, crew report, EVA reports, and surface samples. In different situations, in space low, flying low, SRF landed. Science reports found, landed. Interesting. So we are able to get a number of things, and that gets us easily to the first stage basic rocketry. In fact, we didn't have to go up in a ship to get basic rocketry. We could just do it from the launch pad. So when we research that, that gets us our first goo containment, which will give us another thing to do while in space, while looking for science in all those various biomes. So we'll just research that there. And of course, we have other stuff to look at, other stuff to pick, to get more research, more thrust, and more spacey goodness. Alright, until next time, this is Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. If you've liked this episode, leave us a like, leave us your comments, and subscribe if you have not already. I try to release Kerbal Space Program every Saturday. So, until next Saturday, although this is probably going up tonight, which is Tuesday, take care, have a good day, and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.